Hey, how's it going everyone, and welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to be going over all the loot that I've gotten from the Iron Banner so far, and this includes everything. All this loot that you're going to see in this video either came from the bounties, my rank 5 packages, or end of match rewards. So, starting off with my prime weapons here, this first item here is probably my favourite piece that I've picked up. This is the pulse rifle, the Clever Dragon, and as you may have seen by now, this thing absolutely melts. It is incredible. It's the same archetype as the Grasp of Maluk, but has a bit more stability, I believe. So just quickly going over the perks, it has Iron Red Dot, the Iron Warrior Sights, the Iron Range Scope, then we have Perfect Balance, Oil Frame, Armor Piercing Rounds, Casket Mag, Glass Half Full, and Secret Round, so definitely not bad of a roll at all. This has been doing some work in the Crucible. Would have preferred if I had something like Counterbalance, but I'm not going to complain with this roll. Got Perfect Balance and Glass Half Full. Next I got the Scout Rifle, the Distant Star. Now I actually haven't tested this weapon for myself just yet, so I don't know if this is any good or not. I've seen quite a few people using this, so maybe it's okay, but compared to my Suros DIS-43, it just doesn't seem to be as good. All of the important stats, or at least impact and stability, seem to be just under the DIS, so I'm not really sure about this weapon just yet, but taking a look at the perks, all of the scopes on these primary weapons I believe are the same, so no need to go over them. But then here we have Small Bore, Reinforced Barrel, Snapshot, High Caliber Rounds, Eye of the Storm, and Icarus. So not a terrible roll, but it could be a lot better. Small Bore would be okay, but it does reduce the magazine size, and the mag is already at 14 rounds, so it does not look too great at all. Just for comparison, here's what these stats look like compared to the Suros DIS-43, and here's what they look like compared to the Trial Scout Rifle, the Burning Eye. The next weapon up here is the Auto Rifle, the Unbent Tree, and I got a ton of these. These were dropping like crazy. I've still got 3 here, but I had way more before. I've dismantled and infused a bunch of these already, but these are the 3 remaining that I've got. So just quickly taking a look at this roll here, it came with Hammer Forged, Braced Frame, Lightweight, Feather Mag, Hidden Hand, and Focused Fire. So a pretty decent roll. It's got Braced Frame, which is absolutely necessary on this, because this thing kicks like crazy. It's, as you can see, it's got max rate of fire and extremely low impact. The other 2 rolls here I've kept just because I'm still testing out which one I like the most. So this one here has Small Bore, Braced Frame, Quick Draw, Armor Piercing Rounds, Persistence, and Feeding Frenzy. And then this last one here I haven't actually tested yet just because I just got this, but this seems to be one that I'm probably going to end up keeping just by looking at the perks. So we have a choice of Perfect Balance, Hand-Laid Stock, Lightweight, Appended Magazine, and the main perk that I care about is Counterbalance. So that is exactly what I wanted on this. If it was Braced Frame, that might be better, because Hand-Laid Stock does reduce the range to almost nothing, which is a little bit concerning, but luckily we do have a choice of Perfect Balance, so that's not too bad of a choice at all. But the main perk I wanted was Counterbalance. So this is going to make a massive difference and should hopefully make this weapon somewhat usable, so I'm looking forward to actually trying this out. Anyway, moving on to my special weapons now. The first weapon here is the Binding Blaze, and this is the sidearm, and it's actually a pretty funny looking weapon. I haven't actually tested this either, so I don't know if it's going to be any good, but it does come with the Iron Lordly Sights, the Iron Warrior Sights, and the Iron Vigor Sights. Then we have a choice of Hand-Loaded, Reinforced Barrel, Snapshot, High Caliber Rounds, Reactive Reload, and Cascade. The next weapon here is the Laughing Heart. This is the Sniper Rifle, and compared to the But Not Forgotten, it has slightly less impact and a higher rate of fire, and way less stability. Although, to be fair, I haven't actually upgraded this weapon yet, but it does have Hidden Hand, which is looking good for this weapon because that'll come in handy for PvP. And then we have Triple Tap here, which is also going to come in handy for PvE because that'll allow me to get a 5th round in the magazine and do higher DPS. Although, because this is a lower impact sniper, I'll probably just end up reverting to my But Not Forgotten or Devil's Dawn, because generally higher impact snipers are better for PvE, so I guess I'll see about this weapon. I'll probably just end up infusing this or something. The other perks we have here are Linear Compensator, Accurized Ballistics, Field Choke, Small Bore, Hammer Forged, Armor Piercing Rounds, and Single Point Sling. The next weapon I got here is the shotgun, the Proud Spire, and I actually got a bunch of these, a few of which I've already dismantled or infused, but this shotgun isn't really looking too great as it is, because it's a lower impact, higher rate of fire shotgun, so it's going to have difficulties competing with shotguns like the Matador or Party Crasher, But taking a look at the perks, it has rifle barrel, hand laid stock, snapshot, feather mag, full auto, and rangefinder. This weapon does have a good roll. That full auto is actually going to be amazing on this weapon, considering it already has a really high rate of fire for a shotgun, but in terms of impact and range, it is going to have difficulties compared to other shotguns. The full auto could save this weapon because you could get those follow-up shots really quickly, but I'm just not sure about this weapon. The other one I have here has small bore, hand laid stock, quick draw, appended magazine, full auto, and rangefinder. And lastly, for the special weapons here, I have this fusion rifle, the Branded Lord. Now, I actually really love this weapon. I've gotten some amazing clips with this already. I've been loving this weapon. It is a beast in the Crucible. So, take a look at the perks. We have Linear Compensator, Accurized Ballistics, Field Chuck, then we have Small Bore, Injection Mold, Single Point Sling, Accelerated Coils, Hot Swap, and Life Support. Now, this weapon could be way better if it had a stability perk such as Braced Frame. That would probably max out the stability, it would be crazy, and then on top of that it would have Hot Swap. But even as it is, I've been loving this weapon. If you do get this weapon, do go try it out because it is incredible. This weapon, along with my other fusion rifle, Saladin's Vigil, which does have Braced Frame, have quickly become my favourite fusion rifles in the game. They are both incredible weapons, and I've actually already made a review on the Saladin's Vigil. If you'd like to check that out, there'll be a link on screen and the description box below. Next up, moving over to my heavy weapons now, I've actually only managed to get one heavy weapon out of all of this Iron Banner so far, and that is the rocket launcher, the Titanium Orchid. Now, I've actually been hearing that this is a pretty good rocket launcher as well, although, again, I haven't tested this for myself, but mine came with aggressive launch, smart drift control, hard launch, javelin, fitted stock, snapshot, speed reload, tracking, and cluster bomb. So that is it for the weapons that I got. Now I'm just going to go over the rest of the gear. So firstly, I got this ghost shell, the Iron Wolf shell, and this shell looks gorgeous. I love the design of this. I love the gold accents with the gold wolves and the Iron Banner logo. And then on top of that, it even has Inflight Discipline, so this is perfect. I even ended up getting super lucky and got a second one at 387 with Inflight Discipline again, so I got really lucky with that. I'll probably just end up either giving this to a second character or infusing it into one of my other ghost shells. I'll see. As for my armor, firstly I got the helmet which came with Inflight Discipline. Now the Iron Banner armor set is actually the same as the Iron Lord set that you get from the booklet. The only difference is that the Iron Lord sets tend to have these bits of leather and rags and this sort of tattered look to it, whereas the Iron Banner sets have chainmail instead, which I much prefer, so I'm probably going to be wearing that over the Iron Lord set. Next I got these gauntlets. I actually got a bunch of these, but I probably dismantled or infused a bunch of them, and these are the only ones that I've got left, but these only came with Discipline Strength. I would have much preferred Inflight Discipline, so I'm not really going to wear these. I'm going to try and play a bit more Iron Banner before it ends and see if I can get any to drop with Inflight Discipline, but that is what I got for the gauntlets. Then for the chest piece, I got Discipline Strength again, not the roll that I want. I kept getting really unlucky with my rolls, so I'm just going to keep playing until I get the rolls that I want. And then for the boots, I don't actually have any boots. Well, I probably did get some boots at some point, but knowing me, I didn't get the right roll. Probably just got Discipline Strength and ended up infusing them. So, I just keep getting really unlucky with these. And then lastly, for the class item, I got the Iron Saga mark. This is the second one. Again, no Intellect Discipline. I keep getting either Intellect Strength or Discipline Strength. Although I do really like the look of this mark. It's got this wolf on it, and then it's got this chainmail down the side. I really like the look of that. Then finally, I did end up actually getting 3 more items here. Firstly is this Spyro, the Iron Revelry. This actually looks really nice. I'm actually really glad there's now finally an Iron Banner Spyro. So this looks really nice. And then next I got this shader, the Knight Errant. And this thing, oh god, this actually looks ugly as hell. I don't know why Bungie made this, but it just makes your character look like a big turd. I really don't like that. And then lastly is this emblem, the Ironwood Elite. And this actually does look nice as well. The emblem and the shader I got as an end of match reward, and then the Spyro I got from a bounty, although you can get the Spyro as an end of match reward as well, but it might be kind of rare. Like I said in the beginning, all of these items either came from packages, bounties, or end of match rewards. So that is it for my Iron Banner loot. Let me know in the comments if you've been playing, let me know what kind of drops you've been getting, and if you've managed to get any good weapons or any sort of good rolls on anything. I hope you enjoyed this video, thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.